Hey guys, it's Chris from Enola Gay, and it's time for Valken Debrief Live.
Welcome to the most interactive airsoft show on the interwebs. It's the Valken Debrief Airsoft live show. Each and every episode is sponsored by the fine folks at Enola Gay. Also, don't forget to sign up for the largest growing airsoft community in the world, known as the Valken Alliance. You can link up with other Alliance members throughout your region on our Facebook groups by just searching the Valken Alliance. We also offer Alliance sponsorships for qualified airsoft teams. And the Valken Debrief also shares local and national airsoft events so you don't miss out what's going on in your region. We also give away some sweet products from time to time, so the more you interact, the greater the chance you could win. And we work hard to bring you new and exciting special guests during each episode. You can also find us at many airsoft events throughout the world. And if you miss any of our live casts, you can always catch the rewind on our YouTube channel or SoundCloud. So sit back and get ready for your Valken Debrief.
Warning, the following video contains strong language which may be offensive to some viewers and/or inappropriate for immature airsoft players. The content within this video is intended for mature audiences with common sense only.
Hey everybody, welcome back. It is the Valken Debrief Airsoft live show.
Yeah, we're back in Colorado finally.
Yes.
I mean, it was a long and arduous journey. We had to go visit that wonderful state of Texas.
Episode number?
We're at like what are we at now? 103.
103.
That'd be
103.
Cincuento tres, maybe? I don't know.
Okay, I don't know Spanish.
I don't know.
We'll have to ask Mrs. Kaiju.
I'm a little embarrassed because I've been in this state for like 10 years and my Spanish still sucks.
I know,
it's like,
right?
excuse me, and I'd like a burrito. It's a little embarrassing. I'm getting better. Sorry, I apologize.
I'm the Kaiju, the Supreme Commander of the Valken Alliance. To my right, your left.
Peltast, Lord Fuzzyface, Commander, Lord, King, Regent? Let's go with Regent. I like that. The Regent of BB Shire.
BB Shire.
I actually got to extend my kingdom this weekend. It was great.
I know, wasn't that awesome?
And actually, that location fit. If I'm going to pick a place to be BB Shire, it's going to be the Ren Fair that we were at this weekend. Because that fits BB Shire looks.
It does.
Probably,
it does. And our overachiever of the hour, which is our first poster.
Is it Ethan Vaughn?
No.
No, who is it? Someone new?
Bacon.
Bacon himself?
Michael Bright from our good brothers up north in Canada from the Direwolves Airsoft team.
The Direwolves. Does he win something cool for being the first here?
Yeah, he gets the badge of honor.
Badge of honor?
The badge of honor.
Badge of honor.
Overachiever of the night.
You know we actually haven't done in a long time? Hammer comment. That hasn't happened in a while.
Dude, it's so hard to keep up with that.
Well, I mean, the chat's been crazy.
We have to have a separate intern and producer to watch all that crap.
Well, I mean, did we fire Fritz? I can't remember this weekend. Because I discovered a new talent for Fritz. He actually gives really good back massages.
I thought you were about to say something else.
No, he actually went to school as a massage therapist back in the day. So he knows what he's doing. Like, he came over and started rubbing my shoulders. I thought it was a joke. I was like, no, don't stop, man. That's great. Yeah. I like that a lot.
Also, for those of you that didn't know, we do have a hotline. It's not open tonight.
It could be.
It's not.
We might.
Maybe.
No.
Who knows?
Who knows?
But if you just want to leave a voicemail, leave us a message. Tell us who you want to see on next.
Numbers right here. We answer it.
Yeah, what topic you want.
Where do you want us to go? Who do you want to see?
Airsoft Amigos left a voicemail today.
Did they really?
But because Fritz hasn't returned to work yet, I wasn't able to pull it up.
The better question, did Airsoft Amigos call us from the middle of a game? Because that's kind of like their gig, right? So were they under fire when they called us, or were they just having
pretty good.
It was pretty good. I'm excited for that.
So,
I didn't get to hear most of the stuff. I didn't come in until late.
You want to roast Peltast? You want to roast me?
Feel free.
You just want to thank us, call the number.
Thank us for
leave a voicemail.
For being quick on the show, probably more than anything else. Ending the show quickly is what they're going to thank us for, so they don't have to watch for 2 hours.
Share the show. Tag your friends. Man, there's a lot of people in here. Who
already?
Else in here?
Wow. We got all kinds. Oh, Mr. Lindell's here.
Jacob Lewis.
Who else is here? Timmy Green. Of course, the venerable Woodcock himself.
Oh, Ethan Vaughn. He's marked as an
That's new. Normally I see the top fans.
Anniversary followers?
He's
I like
an
that.
anniversary follower.
That's pretty cool.
I don't know what that means, but
There's a lot of tags here. I got to go back a little bit.
Richard Baxter is in
Cody
here.
Cody joined us. It was
Virus.
cool hanging out with you this weekend, Cody. Who else is in here? Wow.
Ethan Vaughn. Dang it, not again. Why does ice cream plague my non-first comment? Doug
How's it
Smith.
going, Bryce? Awesome.
Tag your friends. Man, Woody's like, I don't know if I have to tag anybody because Woody's like,
he's
tagged
tag-tacular.
everybody.
Oh, he's already got biceps on there. Okay.
There you go.
So we could see a bicep sighting.
Tag your friends, get them in here. Man, we're already up to 30. Let's give some stuff away.
I want to give some stuff away, so we need to get to 50. I really want to get to 75 or 100 because there's some. We've been keeping some good stuff.
Oh.
There's some good stuff in the back room that we've been holding on to that we want to give. Like
Not
100
really.
viewers.
He's lying.
It's good stuff.
There's nothing.
It's good stuff.
Jeremy Bly says it was a blast to shoot at you last weekend. That is awesome.
Were you on Unit or Merc? Was Jeremy on Unit or Merc?
He would have probably. I don't recognize that name, so he was probably on Unit.
Because I was about to say, I got some friendly fire and returned some friendly fire this weekend, so it could be either team, honestly. You know.
So, if
John Zier's here.
you don't have time to
Hey, Mr. Google.
follow us or listen to the whole show tonight, because normally we do go about 2 hours, and you want to watch the rewind, you can always watch the replay on YouTube, or you can just listen to the podcast on SoundCloud.
We're actually getting some traction on SoundCloud. So if you want to beat the trend of everybody listening on SoundCloud, do it now so you can be original and you can make fun of those people. That's
in the last 24 hours, we've had 17 plays.
Oh, that's awesome. Thank you so much for the support out there.
750 plays in total.
See, people actually do care about airsoft.
Yep.
They actually do care.
Dude, the number one top track listened on SoundCloud for
Guerrilla
our podcast.
Airsoft?
The Guerrilla Airsoft podcast.
That was a really fun episode.
Dude, that's at 78 plays already.
I had a lot of fun talking to those guys. I'm kind of hoping they invite us back on their show because I had fun doing their show and them doing our show.
Oh,
It was
I know.
fun people to be around.
And
Also want to give a shout out. Mr. Sneed has joined us. He's in our loadout battle.
Oh,
He's finally
yes,
in
he
the
is.
chat and commenting. Remember, get your friends in here to vote for you. I'm not telling you how to win, but that's how Dylan did it for 2 months. So.
And so tonight, our topic tonight, we're going to be when we come back from the commercial break, we're going to be giving our recap of Conquest of Avalon 3.
I've been hyping this event for 2 years now.
I know, right?
Everybody who knows me knows I've been talking about Avalon as the place you got to go. I finally got to go. Did not disappoint whatsoever.
No, it didn't.
No disappointment. In fact, it actually exceeded my expectations.
It did.
So I'm pretty.
And we're going to be talking about that tonight. We're also going to be sharing airsoft ends. There's still 9. Actually, there is 10. I literally found out about Nashville Airsoft's 15-year anniversary on today.
Did we not get that graphic in? So we'll give it a
Like
shout
I said, Fritz hadn't come back to work.
We'll give them a shout out either way. That's
Right.
okay. I mean, even if they can get in.
So there's still 10 major events.
So if you don't have tickets
my
for
gosh.
stuff, there's still stuff to play.
I know, right?
Put it on your Christmas list. For all you guys, talk to your wife and say, I don't want a new tie. I want a ticket to Reindeer Games or something. That's a perfectly acceptable gift, right?
And before we cut to commercial,
Oh, our sponsors. We forgot.
yes, we got to talk about our sponsors.
We got Enola Gay. Enola Gay actually was really helpful this weekend because their smokes were creating a lot of cover. It's a smaller area we were playing in compared to a lot of the big training centers you normally go to. Worked out really great for smoke cover.
There was a lot of bangers there,
There's
too.
a lot of bangers.
Especially the maze.
A little bit, yeah. That soaked up. Who else we got here?
The Alliance?
Oh, the Alliance, yeah.
Yeah.
We got a little graphic playing.
Yeah.
Yeah, so the Alliance, it's the cheapest, most effective pyramid scheme in airsoft. You sign 2 people up, and they sign 2 people up downstream.
And then you have
Eventually
more people to shoot at your local field.
It's not about money. It's about sharing the plastic love to all your
Yep.
friends.
And
2 minutes to sign up. Who are we featuring?
the southern region,
The southern region, because we were there.
we were in Texas.
There's a lot of palm trees in the southern region. I mean,
There
that's
is.
a weird. I mean, shouldn't we have like cactus for that picture
Yep.
or something? Maybe.
I don't know.
I don't know.
Well, you got to think it goes all the way from Florida to Texas.
That's a big region.
That is.
I think
It's all the states that border the Gulf of New Mexico, basically.
Oh,
Well, yeah,
that should
actually
be
it
beating
is.
the Pacific. I mean, you guys need to get on this. If you're in the southern region, you have friends not signed up. Sign up so you can become
And
the
tonight's
dominant region.
also a special show because it's also sponsored by evic.com and Jackal Tactical.
Little shout out. Evic, do they sell stuff?
They sell a lot of stuff.
I think they sell so much stuff that you even can outfit your fishing boat there now.
Yes.
It's not just about airsoft guns
Oh, yeah.
and tactical gear and all that good stuff, you can get deep sea fishing gear if that's your kicker. So check it out.
So we're gonna cut to a quick commercial break. We're already up to 32 viewers. Let's get up to 50. Start giving stuff away. Don't go anywhere. We just do short breaks now. It's like 20, 30 seconds, and then we're back. So don't go anywhere.
Break longer than the break takes.
I know, right? Oh, and just because he's been bugging about it so much, I decided that we're gonna play it.
Is it my favorite one?
It's the favorite one.
You can see Kaiju eat in this one. It's a rare thing. It's lots of bacon in the hole.
It's Tinder awkward, but we'll be right back after this quick commercial break.
Hey everybody, thanks for checking us out here at OpEx. I'm Buckwheat from Cerberus Airsoft, New Jersey. Go ahead and do yourself a favor. Check out Valken Alliance at www.valkenalliance.com for your free swag and some really cool guys to meet. Talk about the sport.
And we are back, Valken Debrief Airsoft live show episode number 103.
If you're not hungry after watching that, you're just not human. I mean, that should inform you on what BLTs are what I want for dinner now.
I know, right?
Just how it is.
So, up this week's loadout battle, voting is enabled.
Oh,
would
this
you
is
like?
a tough one.
Yeah, would you like to cover our challenger?
I have like 3 paragraphs here for this guy. I got multiple. I don't know how you fit this all on one card. So we got Zach Abbey Sneed. He's known as JT01_AVI. I assume that's on Instagram. In real life, he's.
He's from Joplin Tactical.
I was getting to that. I was getting to that.
Oh, okay.
I've done this before. It's almost like this is my job.
But you already said his real name. So,
Well,
but then you go to say.
I blame our production assistant. Look
Nobody
at
can see you right now.
All right, so Zach Sneed, he's from Joplin Tactical Milsim Group. That's out of Joplin, Missouri.
He was on unit this weekend.
He was on unit this weekend, unfortunately. Their home field is that cool water park.
Yep.
That's right there. So if you are in the area and you want a different experience, go support them. They're doing some good stuff there. All right, here's his loadout. Emerson Fast Carbon Helmet, Wilcox L4 something mount, TMC Mohawk counterweight pouch, Peltor Contact 3s on 3M adapters, MPLS light, Contour HD camera, night vision devices BNVDG, mission spec EOC plate carrier.
Wait, that was just his helmet.
Yeah, we're moving down now. HSGI assault panel, high five to Danny and crew at HSGI. Emerson Danger pouch, GMR mini-map pack. Those are hard to find apparently nowadays.
Yeah.
I keep seeing ads for those. Emerson Battle Belt, Blue Force Gear pistol mag pouch, HSGI Taco rifle mag pouch, F8S Kydex CO2 carrier, Cry G3 pants, Solomon GTX mid-lex boots, primary G&G with Wolverine Inferno Gen 2, secondary is an EMG Salient Blue. I hope to God this guy wins.
And
I'm
a
gonna take up the
partridge
whole
in a
show.
pear tree.
That guy has more money in his helmet than I have in like my car.
I know, right? And
Ooh.
returning champion, Zero Shot Airsoft on Instagram. In real life, it's Corey Saltsider from Nemesis Milsim.
Nemesis!
He's showing off a loose SAS impression loadout with a Cry AC uniform with a Mitch 2002, and he sports that old school well. And a Paraclete RAV. And for his primary, he runs a Fatco Mark 18.
Fatco!
And an RWA 1911 pistol. So cast your votes. If you're wondering how to do that, you're watching on your mobile device. See down there where the comments are, where the thumbs and hearts, there's a purple button. Hit that. You can vote. Just swipe it back down.
If you haven't figured it out by now, I'm sorry, you're not going to.
So if you guys have been enjoying the loadout battle, give some thumbs up here. Let us know
please
that.
send us your loadouts. Like I was really excited last week that we had the trapper look. That was cool. We had a unicorn. I mean, I love the tactical stuff, but I really want to see some crazy, especially after the costuming we saw this weekend. I know you guys have it in you. Show me your weirdness.
Yeah.
Show me it.
Ethan Vaughn's actually asking me a question. Hey, Kaiju, did you ever get a chance to play at the T1 Stockyards Airsoft indoor field? I never did. I never got a chance to play there before it closed down. So
is that no more?
Because David always invited me, but it's like, sorry, Dave, I'm like driving through OKC. I can't stop.
Old Fart, what's going on, Zeb? Just want to say hi. Thank you for the shout out. Hopefully we'll be seeing you when you come back to Colorado. I'd love to stop by for your return game, even though it's like a 2-hour drive from my house. I'm willing to do it.
Dude, Dials 46 is watching.
Shh, don't know. You're going to curse it.
Okay, I won't say anything.
It's like when Robo comes on, you can't draw attention to it because
I know, right?
He's too famous, unfortunately.
Well, no, see, Leo noticed him.
Well, see, that's in the chat. That's different. We didn't cause that. We're not encouraging any kind of hero worship. Hey, Nigel, what's going up, man? You should see what I did to that BFC you sent me.
Yeah.
By the way, it was humming this weekend. Unit was not a happy camper.
Let's start talking about.
You want to
this
start talking
weekend.
about
Let's
stuff?
let's start talking about this weekend. So, just kind of let's do some leading up to the event. Ticket sales. The unit sold out very, very quickly.
It did.
And Soto was a little worried.
But Merck caught right back up.
He did.
And then resold out on top of that.
Merck sold out mid-October, about 3 weeks before the event, and then they opened up another 15 tickets per faction.
Something like that. And they were gone within 2 or 3 days.
Yeah, they were gone too. So, so when these things go on sale, I know a guy. I think I've convinced him to make an announcement 1 month out before tickets actually go on sale.
Get your pennies
so
together.
so people can get their pennies together and you can save up. Okay. The planning from the Merc side, which we do have Woodcock in the chat. He was the unit commander. Since we've disabled the hotline, we could just talk all the smack we want. But
before we go into the smack talking, we will say congratulations on the win, Woody. Good job.
Was it official?
Yeah, I mean he pulled the sword. That counts, right? That's
Well,
the
just
end of
because
the
he
story.
pulled the sword.
Well, I thought it was like a choose your adventure to scoring. Whoever
I
gets to
don't
the
know.
end of the book first wins.
I don't until OWT actually posts it.
It's just going to be.
I'm not conceding.
So okay, all right. I see how it is.
Just not happening.
We're gonna have like a
That's not how it
Florida.
works.
We're gonna have a Florida recount here in a little bit.
So the planning, I just kept it simple. I wanted us to play like mercenaries, no military org structure whatsoever, and I went as crazy like there's no radios. Holy crap! We're
What
up
the
to
hell
170 viewers.
Did we hit 100?
What the
We
hell?
actually have to stop and give something away. We got if this is a real number, 174.
How the hell did that happen? I don't know. 180 viewers.
We got to give something away?
Dang.
I'm sorry. So
Woody's just tagging fools like crazy. Thank
all
you,
right,
Woody.
So we need to get to
we're- so-
50 follower giveaway, right?
So we got some bangers.
We got some bangers.
We're gonna pull two drawing for some grenades.
some grenades.
Yeah.
And then
So-
oh my god, this is
And then we'll see what happens at
this
the
is
end.
good. 210 viewers we got right now.
Oh my gosh, this is
220. This
crazy.
has got to be a mistake.
Holy crap!
There's 230.
So let's keep going.
Where are all
So
these people coming from? All right, cool.
I kept it simple for command. I actually even said no radios for command and control. I said your internal airsoft team, you could run your own radio.
That was my favorite question of the weekend. What freak you on?
No, we don't have one.
Text messenger.
It was literally by text message, cell phone, and Maprika. That was it. And
Let's stop right here for a quick. Let's explain what Maprika is. If you guys are not using Maprika in your games at home or even on your local field, it's a tool you need to get into using. It's just search Maprika in the Google Store or the Apple Store. It's a free program. Get set up, make friends on it, and then it will live track where you are and what you're doing. And there is a ton of maps out there for what is it called? For individual events that have been built over the years.
Yep.
And all you got to do is go on that little, the big map, find where you're playing that weekend, download the map real quick, enable sharing with friends, and now you are live tracking all your buddies on the field, so you can actually see what's going on.
Yeah.
It makes commanding much easier.
Woodcock says the coins on the stone unlock the sword, and that's the game winner. Sorry you weren't in the no kaiju, which is a very good point. So Woody and I were talking about this morning on the drive in. Because he's been the commander for the past 2 years, he knew what props meant, because some did return, and I just blame Soto for not giving me some kind of
Mr. Soto under the bus.
Yeah,
Our host, you're throwing our host under the
I
bus.
know, right?
Someone who invited us down for the weekend,
I
made
mean,
you his commander, and you're throwing him under the bus.
It would have been nice to get a little update so I could at least be on the same
Word
knowledge level as Woody. But you know what? It was fine because Woodcock can attest. We gave Unit a run for their money.
We did.
We totally did.
And one thing Woody has always said in the entire time I've known him in this sport is he said, a milsim game, the goal is not winning, or it's not a big win. The goal is that stalemate that push-pull stalemate for as long as possible. And we accomplished that this weekend. It was good.
Oh, and then I encouraged costumes, which apparently didn't get out. I mean, I posted on
There were some
Facebook, I
good
posted
ones.
on email.
We had the Celts.
But there
Celts guys
were
good.
still people that came up to us like, man, if I knew I could dress up. I'm like, well, maybe
Well,
you should have
that's-
checked your spam folder.
That's on us. I think we should. Next
We're gonna
year,
play it up more next year.
Yeah, next year we probably should do maybe like a informational video, like here's some costumes that would be a good idea. Here's some quick stuff you can do, because not everybody is that good at costuming, and they don't have a basement like yours that's full of like Jedi outfits and all kinds of stuff. Like that's not that hard for you. You just go into your bins. So
And it was fun. Actually, yeah, I don't have a picture.
I actually have to stop once again
So-
because we just hit 500 views.
I know, right? We just keep going. Just keep going.
This is
So
insane.
I kind of took on the whole warlord kind of persona. I went to Play It Again Sports, got a pair of
Shoulder pads.
used shoulder pads, youth size, so they were smaller, and some catcher shin guards. That was literally $25 for those two pieces. Then I went to Tandy Leather and bought 5 real small animal pelts that were $6 each.
Oh, that's very cool.
And I just
That's
hot
very
glued them
cool.
on
Very
there,
cool.
and it was fun.
Quick shout out, Freddie just joined us from Veterans. Also Josh from Call Sign Solotrons in the house. How's it going, guys?
Yep.
Always good to see you guys. I dug that. I went a little simpler with my outfit. I went with just kind of, I tried to embrace the Merc bodyguard look, so I just went all black with a Misfit shirt.
He went emo goth youth.
I did a little bit.
That's
a
what
little
he did.
bit. But it was nice because I blended in really well in the shadows. I was super sneaky once it got dark out,
Yeah.
which was really fun.
So the drive there was 11 hours ish to
Actually, didn't feel
Waxahachie.
that long. It wasn't. This was one of our easiest drives. This and Copperhead felt really.
Well, just so you know, it's like we like getting there Thursday. So like we literally get on the road at 4 a.m. and start the drive. We got there at 5 p.m. Checked into our hotel. We only did hotel Thursday night because we actually did the live show
John
from the
Zero.
hotel.
One of our favorite people in the
Yep.
world. You're awesome.
Episode 102, John Zero from X Customs Airsoft.
If you want to know what's going on inside your gun, watch that episode. We talked about it a lot.
And we're in Texas. We were craving barbecue, but literally, like
We had, like,
we would
20
have had to
minutes.
have gone to the next town to get like good barbecue. So we
It was a unique Dickies, though. That was
Yeah,
the
we
first
went to Dickies
That was
Barbecue.
the first self-serve Dickies I've ever been to.
dude, it was like
And apparently they don't
was-
guard the rolls, so it's unlimited rolls. They just
yeah,
leave
even
them
though they
sit
say
down.
one.
I mean, there was nothing stopping us from getting more rolls. So
Yeah.
thank you for the rolls.
So so we did the show, crashed out, which it was a great show.
I really
good
enjoyed that.
show.
My only complaint was that we were sitting on the bench that was in our hotel room, so my back was screaming by the end of that show. I mean, it
Yeah.
was hurting, but I powered through for you guys, our fans. So yeah, we got settled in. And
Woke
that
up
was
Fri-
actually a really easy night.
It was.
We did the
It
show. We
was.
woke up in the morning.
We checked
kinda just
out.
took a shower, checked out, got a little breakfast. Actually, I think we skipped breakfast.
No, we skipped
We forgot
breakfast.
to get breakfast, didn't we?
We
Saving a little money for the company on that one.
Oh wait, no, breakfast was in the hotel
What? No, we didn't.
because
do
we were in the
hotel.
Hampton.
There was no. Remember, because it was one of those Hamptons that charges extra for breakfast.
No, that was the Garden Inn. That's on the way back.
Oh, okay.
No.
Did I get that wrong? All
yeah.
right, so
So
we
we-
did get breakfast. Oh, that's right, we did. Because I couldn't find the salsa
Because remember, we were talking to the guy about
Oh, that's
there was a
right, I
barbecue
forgot.
competition.
There was a barbecue festival going on in town
Yep.
this same weekend. So it was actually cool because normally we stay in a hotel with a bunch of airsofters, which I love airsoft, but when it's your job to talk about airsoft,
Yep.
sometimes you want a break. So we got to talk about barbecue over breakfast, which was a lot of fun.
Dude, Javier, we are not kissing open mouth at 800 viewers. That's not happening.
I mean, apparently we didn't. We're already cruising there. We don't have to make out. So,
I know.
I mean,
So
we
we went.
Javier, if that's how you promote your events, go for it, dude. I mean, like, it's up to you.
Yeah, the Walmart trip has become the staple. And,
Yeah, we had a good Walmart trip. There was a lot of good stuff there.
we did. We actually changed our menu up. Normally we'll grill meat, some kind of grill,
But it was cold, so we wanted something to warm our tum-tums up. And what's better than that? Soup. Ramen.
soup, ramen, yakisoba,
And then we did a
oatmeal.
little, speaking of which, did we ever take the meat out of the cooler? Or is it still sitting in there?
I did today.
Okay, was it a little...
It went straight to the dumpster,
Okay, I was
dude.
about to say. But yeah, we actually, here's a top tip. We grabbed pork loin while we were there, cooked it on the grill real quick on Friday,
in a pan.
and then we had protein to put into our ramen and soup the
Yep.
entire weekend. So we had
Oh,
meat.
it's so good.
Oh, it was fantastic.
And Peltast introduced me to Cincinnati chili.
Yeah, a lot of fun. It's
So
a little different.
It was chili over noodles with cheese.
Yeah.
And I was like, oh.
Warm you right up, and it got cold about that time too. We
Oh,
were about
yeah, it
halfway
did.
through John Wick 1 at that point.
Oh yes.
oh.
So before we get to John Wick, You know, we set up the Valken compound, which I was kicking and screaming because
We had some mislabeled boxes when we
Yeah.
got there. We
because
had tent
the
toppers,
compound
not
was supposed to
walls.
be enclosed with all the walls, but somebody put toppers instead of walls in there,
Yeah,
so we ended up having to sleep in the van.
that was partially on us. We didn't check We didn't actually open boxes before
Yeah,
we left. We just
we
other-
trusted that somebody did it right.
you know, years of U.S. Army training down the drain right there,
Yeah.
and trusting other people's labeling.
And Overwatch, they do their check-in and stuff like starting at 3:00. So
Oh, okay.
we were set
Hold
up
on, hold on.
like by like 10.
I want to get into that because we show up and there is already music playing.
Yep.
There's already stuff being put together. All of the Overwatch guys, if they weren't putting stuff on the field, they were in the vendor row hanging out. And the party atmosphere that Will and company created in that vendor row was magical. I wanted to be there all the time. And normally, like, vendor row is a cool place to be if you know everybody there and, like, it's hanging out with people. But if you don't know anybody, it draws you in. And just the fact that registration didn't start till like 1500, and it cruised into the evening, and John Zero's place was open, and people were hanging out. We had the projector going. As soon as it got dark, people were coming and watching movies with us.
So we were playing John Wick 1 and John Wick 2 with the big 100-watt Bluetooth speaker cranked.
Oh yeah,
I mean, what better like have
like psych you up
guns
for the weekend.
shooting and
Oh, and that registration went into like 9:00 at night. People were
Yep.
still showing up. People were hanging out, even though it got cold. So I have to give like 6 thumbs up to Overwatch for their vendor row. It may have not been the most populated, but it was the best one I've been to so
Yep.
far. Just because it felt awesome to be there. What else? Yeah, we saw some old friends show up.
So I went on a field tour with Cole, Airsoft Bandit, and apparently while I was gone, some shenanigans happened that had to do with
So this
bows
is
and arrows and golf carts.
this is what I love about Overwatch. When you have an event company that is run by just pure players and there's no interest in making money whatsoever, you can do pretty much whatever you want. And so they had ordered 4 golf carts, I think, or 3 golf carts for the weekend.
Yep, rented.
And we were already shooting each other with the Zing bows, which if you don't have a Hyperstrike bow at one of these events, you're a loser. Get one now, or get one when you stop for food at Walmart, because Whisper finally has his
Oh
own.
yeah, and we did ambush Soto.
We did ambush
from
Soto.
three directions.
And then the ASAP guys, who actually hadn't seen the bows yet, lost their shit. Cole and Punk thought it was the coolest thing ever, and the first word out of Cole's mouth was, "Why aren't we jousting with these?" And so that led to me and Soto and Punk on one golf cart, and I think it was Fritz and Cole on the other golf cart with a I forgot. I think it was Hallenbeck was actually filming
Oh
from
my
US
gosh.
Airsoft. And so we were driving down the road in front of Vendor Road, jousting with bows and golf carts for like an hour. Like there was a good number of runs. Punk got a great video of it. He's got this new Steadicam that he attaches to his iPad,
Yep.
and got some beautiful shots of it. I'm pretty sure there's a video coming soon. But if you haven't jousted with golf carts at your event, you're not having a good
I
time,
know.
as far as I'm concerned.
I mean,
Like,
think about it. We jousted with
Oh, yeah.
golf carts with foam bows and arrows.
yes, it was
I mean, it was
awesome.
awesome.
It set the tone for the weekend in such a wonderful manner. Got through that Friday night, usual stuff. Had our meetings Saturday morning. You wanna pick us up? We in
on
Saturday?
Friday, just to give you an idea, here's the map of
Oh, yeah, right
the area. It is Scarborough Renaissance Fair, just out southwest of Waxahachie. This place is pretty huge. You can kind of see the blue area was vendor row, yellow was parking, green was supposed to be camping, but people still camped in the yellow, which,
Yeah.
I mean, it kind of frustrated
Well, actually,
Overwatch
so
at front, but
what
then they were just like, forget it,
When
just
I
whatever.
talked to Will about that, their goal with pushing the camping back is because they were planning on playing music for most of the night and the day, and so if anybody needed to go like sleep or chill
Yeah.
out, they wanted them to be far enough away from the action. So it wasn't like camping was restricted. It was just like they were trying to let people sleep.
Yeah.
That didn't work.
So, hey, Big G, what's up, Big G?
Oh,
And
kiss the ring real
so,
quick.
as you can see there, this was the map actually on Maprika. So if you actually had the app and you registered, I had all my team leaders registered, and all their little heads would pop up where they were.
And you just drop a text. my location, bad guys, and then he can see exactly where you were.
Yeah.
It was the easiest.
It was simple.
It was like Battlefield 5 in a lot of ways, or Command and Conquer. Or
Yeah.
something. Super easy.
So let's start with Evolution 1 on Saturday morning.
Evolution 1 was interesting.
So we had formation, as any typical scenario weekend. So Evolution 1 went from 10:30 to 1:30.
I'd actually like to talk about the walk-on, which is Overwatch did something unique, which is they had the teams enter from opposite sides of the map and opposite entrances to start the game.
Yeah.
So you
That was
didn't
pretty cool.
like you didn't have to walk by each other or see each other. You guys completely entered the field separately, and it wasn't until you started shooting BBs at each other that you actually saw.
There's only one other event host that I know that does that, and that's Centurion.
Yeah.
So it's actually kind of cool that you're both going to your corners, to start it up. So we get to our fob, which was in the far northwest corner of the map, as you saw earlier.
Zach, love that
and there
comment.
was a tablet. And Tony, stop personally texting me. Did you see my comment? No, dude, the comments are freaking rolling like crazy.
Everything's going nuts.
I
Right
know.
Now.
So we had these tablets that you actually had to put in a code, and it would tell you your next mission. Unfortunately, they had to be tied to Wi-Fi or the internet or something. They weren't working. They worked Friday night. They totally tested them, but they were in there in vendor row, and I don't know. So, but they had their stuff together.
Overwatch has backups on backups. So, look at this. Everything in hard copy backup, ready to go. Now, my only complaint would be is that these are in black and white. Which, come on, it's 2019, guys. You can get you can get a color printer. Color printer. That's
I
all
don't
ask.
even know if there's black and white only printers anymore. No, color would have been nice because there were some props that were actually color specific.
I did like the naming of the missions too. That was
So-
fun. It was very. It was
So let's
very,
get
video
into the
game-like.
first one. So
Ooh, Rite of
there's the
Passage?
first one right there, Rite of Passage. So this one. So this was a crazy one. Both teams were able to pre-deploy 10 people. So and we didn't actually know where they were going to go at first until we actually got our first mission. So I had 10 pre-deployed on Hadrian's Path, which you can see up there on your screen, and Woody.
It's the eastmost bridge. There's 3 bridges. There's Hadrian's is the east. The
Well,
center one's Lion, and then
The creek runs north and south, almost north and south.
Okay,
Yes, I mean look at the map, dude. Almost north and
I
south.
can't see what they're saying. Like,
So-
I mean, it's small on your screen, man.
And then unit got 10 pre-deploys at the Troll Bridge. So what we had to do is we had to plant our flags, establish control, and it was a safe zone for us. So
Which is an interesting game mechanic. I got to applaud OWT for introducing that for the first Evolution.
Yeah.
It
So
didn't.
basically, there was like a 30-foot radius of these little surveyor flags where you couldn't be hit, but you
BBs
couldn't
didn't
shoot
work.
out of them either.
Yeah, BB's did. It's like a Geller field from. Warcraft.
Yeah. So what I did is I sent all my rabbits to Hadrian's Path.
Also known as
To-
speed softers.
Yes, to set up to plant our flag, and then I sent Sal Z Monster Zuniga with all the
The TCA badasses.
mill simmers to Trolls Bridge to lock it down to
And
prevent unit from coming onto their
And
bridge.
they locked it hard. I
They
think
did.
They kept unit from getting on their bridge.
2 hours.
2 hours. Admin
12:30.
had to place their bridge for them.
12:30. Unit
So,
finally got
High
on
five
the
to those
bridge.
TCA pipe hitters. You guys definitely have earned every bit of reputation that you have. High five, guys.
So, then after that one, after the rise of Passage, then there was Surcote.
Surcote of the Defiant? Surcote?
I don't know, Surcote of the Defiant.
Who cares the name of it? This plank, it's a 4-part map, and you guys can see it right now. And I hate that. Oh, now you got a color, because the craftsmanship that went into this
Yes.
is just amazing.
And there was
I mean,
just as good on the unit side.
yeah,
that
so
was
it was
unit
worth
theme.
finding just to see what it was going to end up being. So dude, Lone Wolf. Those props, you are killing it. I am
So-
going to be shocked to see what comes out next year.
So you see 4 planks there. All 4 of them were hidden, but we only had found 2 come 1:30. So literally, and this huge stalemate kind of happens at 1 o'clock.
Which was frustrating.
So, to kind of go back and show you the Avalon map again, or no, not the, let's do this one right here. So you can see Trolls Bridge to the south, King's Bridge in the middle, and Hadrian's Path up front. This is the only way to get from the west side of the field to the east side of the field, and it covers a creek. King's Bridge was admin only. So you had these 2 choke points, and it caused a stalemate.
It did.
It did. We're not going to sugarcoat it. We're not going to say it's bad.
Here's
But the good thing is,
I was just going to break it down real quick. It was just guys staring at each other across this imaginary line.
because we couldn't
left foot
use
in, left
the
foot
creek.
out. Yeah.
Yeah, we couldn't use the creek. But here's what was great is
A
at
lot
1
of fun
o'clock
was had in that.
yes at 1 o'clock the staff came together. So they saw it, they identified it, and they said, we got to throw this out.
This is why breaks in your game are
Yes.
so important. That 2-hour reset is not just for the players.
Yes.
It's for the staff.
Yep.
And
Absolutely.
And after that 2 hours, I'll be honest, I was a little worried because I had pushed through a morning of stalemate. I'd made some of my own fun. Like I forgot this guy's name, but for what team he's from. But he ran out and did this suicide bomber thing, which was epic when they were all standing there. Just grabbed a grenade and ran into a group of guys and just dropped his grenades, martyrdom style.
Oh, that wasn't the dude that ran into the post.
No. That was that Marine guy. I think he's actually like a reservist.
No,
or something.
but this is great. That breaks are good in an event, and they had a break from 1:30 to 3 for 90 minutes that allowed them to reset. Some other companies that run from 10 in the morning till 6 in the evening, they don't have a chance to reset until 6 at night, and sometimes by that time, it's too late.
Or the way they reset is they actually have to stop the game and
Yes.
have people walk around, which airsofters hate when they give up ground. They don't understand why they're doing it, and they bitch and moan.
Yeah.
It's always a bad idea.
So lunch break happened from 1:30 to 3, and all we can say about that lunch break, that barbecue food truck.
Oh, I didn't even mess with the barbecue food truck. I'm going to give a shout out to Richard Carter, and more importantly,
my gosh.
Mrs. Richard Carter.
Yes. No, not
Because-
Richard Carter, Mrs. Carter.
Mrs. Carter.
Don't give Rich any props.
Yeah, no
it's
props
Mrs.
to Rich.
Carter.
All he did was carry it and hand it to us. So Richard comes up to me before the start of the morning game and goes, I got a surprise for you. And I'm like, oh, God.
I'm like, what is
Richard's a trickster, if you know him. I felt some bad stuff coming. But no, he shows up with these 2 containers of potato salad. And if you guys watched our recap from the Georgia-Oklahoma trip, you'll have heard me talk about this potato salad. It has got bacon and barbecue and just goodness, everything you want.
It was very good. I'm
And
not
that's all I ate for
I'm not a
Saturday.
potato salad fan,
It's all I ate on Saturday.
but that's I ate an entire 1 quart Tupperware.
But I was a little jealous I didn't get to do the barbecue truck because
The portions in that thing
Oh,
were huge.
ridiculous.
Oh my gosh.
that actually brings up another point. Food trucks at events are nothing but add to the event.
Yeah.
Because, even if you brought your own food, after 2 days of like ready meals or Mr. E's or ramen, you want a little break, and that's often the spirit raiser that people need.
Yep.
Especially ready-made hot food. It was getting a little cold too that day, so that,
Charles Coffer Jr. says, "You're welcome, barbecue." Was it Charles that
Did Charles make that barbecue?
make the contact for that?
And if he did, high five. Because
Man,
people were
good
happy,
job.
and that's what it's all about.
Random guy Kev, he's always there for the food.
Oh, is he?
Yep. All right, so we come back from lunch break, and evolution is from 3 to 7, which is very interesting because it starts getting dark around 5:15.
I did not plan for that. I'll tell you right now, I was in shaded lenses running around in the dark for like the first 20
That's
minutes.
why I run yellows, because I can continue to run yellows into low light or darkness. So
Now, that night game was a shitload of fun. I'm going to say it right now.
okay, we haven't got there yet.
I know, I enjoyed it.
We haven't gotten there yet. So the next mission that was given to us, now given we've only had 2 planks so far. So we were given Mysticism of Sir Gawain, which we had to find 3 glass jars.
They didn't exist.
And a chalice.
I swear to God, they didn't exist.
And as you're starting to see, these props are thematic in a Renaissance fair. So they're not hidden. They're like in plain sight, but your eyes just go right past them.
There's so much crap there. You know what I mean?
I know.
It's a working Renaissance fair.
Yeah.
So like there's still booths with sodas in them and stuff and beer taps. So like a chalice doesn't look out of place in a store that sells chalices.
I know, right?
You know what I mean? Like,
so this is where a color copy would have come into play, because what you couldn't appreciate is
the background's a little.
Yeah, they used a pattern background. It was hard to see, but they actually hand painted in color these symbols. Like this one was like a wilted plant, the poison symbol of skull and crossbones, and then this one was looked like fire.
And it's a good thing they're labeled like that, because we sent guys out looking for these several times, and they brought back a lot of jars. They weren't the object, but a lot of jars were returned to the fob.
I know, right?
Like
so to give you an idea, here we actually found 2 bottles, 2 of the 3 bottles, and the chalice.
So he could not receive sugar plum visions.
Because what was supposed to happen was I was supposed to get all 3 bottles and mix them into the chalice in a specific order, and I was actually going to drink it and have visions, because apparently this was like soap and water and vinegar and dirt. I don't know what it was, but it was going to be like this.
I mean, that's why
I just wanted to do it. I just wanted to do it. Like, I'm seeing visions, right? So, but yeah, those are hand painted there.
You might see some visions. That's probably not that healthy to imbibe any of that. You know what I'm saying?
And then the next one was Armory of Sir Bors the Younger.
Now, actually, these are 2 of my favorite props, because we got to execute a unit member who wandered into our
yes.
He did not realize what was going to happen next. We lured him in and then took his head off right there.
So it might be hard to see, but under that axe it actually says curved edge. So unit had a shield, like, so you see ours is round and more barbaric. Unit had a shield that was more Templar shaped, and their axe was a straight edge. It specifically says, and you don't know how many times somebody like, is this it? I found an axe.
Found an axe.
No, it's not that one.
It's not the axe.
That's unit's axe.
Well, not only that, there was a pile of axes over by the beer garden on the south side of the thing.
I know, right?
Where unit's hammer was hidden, it was hidden among a bunch of lawn tools, and like hammers and axes and shit. So like, it was like, which hammer is it? I walked by that thing like 5 or 6 times.
So the axe was found, not too long after I sent out that mission. And let's see here. So we had the axe, and then the night shenanigans began. So it got dark, and Woody, you should not have left the field early.
Nope, you shouldn't have.
You should have stayed.
So I would like to point out to our audience right now, there's a difference between buying a piece of equipment and knowing how to use a piece of equipment properly.
So I commend Woody for, we needed the shield, and it was literally in between Kingsbridge and
there was a
Hadrian's
lot of
Path.
Glowing green eyes watching that shield. Let's put it that way.
Well, yeah, all the nod wearers on the unit were guarding our shield.
A little tip for those of you who, if you've already spent the $5,000 on a set of nods, it won't kill you to go out in the woods occasionally and practice using them. I noticed that.
Oh, whoa! Woodcock says we called it a night because we had all our objectives completed. But you're the commander. Why are you leaving the field, bro?
Ooh.
I stayed up. So so we start walking around, right? So the shield was in this back changing room,
like behind up against the creek.
Yeah.
In the area we've been fighting over all day.
We're just walking in the pitch black dark. Chris is about, I don't know, you were about 6-8 feet behind me.
Something like that.
So I get close to the building. They light him up.
Well, no. Sorry. Let's start from the beginning. You actually skipped the odd part. He goes, "Are you dead?"
No, you're.
What?
Let me tell the story.
Okay, I'm sorry.
Let me tell the story.
Whoa! Shit got serious. Did you see that? Got serious for a second.
They actually shot him. Went back. I got the shield, and I just kind of waited for 5 minutes. I walk back out. I start walking back to my fob, and I hear a little voice right next to me, like probably somewhere down here. didn't I just shoot you? And I reply, no, I haven't been shot in a while. And he goes, can I shoot you? And I go, I asked the question, is the game over? And I actually see his two little green eyes look down to his watch. He goes, it's 6:53. I said, what time does the game end? Again, I'm just asking questions. I'm not lying to him. I'm just asking questions. Well, what time does the game end? 7 o'clock. Oh, well, I'm just walking back to my fob. And he goes,
Okay.
with a prop? I go, bro, you have nods. That's awesome. And I just started walking. I'm totally thinking I'm going to get shot in the back, carrying the shield. And the kid doesn't shoot me in the back. I'm like,
No.
okay. So I get to King's Bridge. There's so he got shot. He went back, but he came back to a dark corner.
It was like a 2-minute walk.
Yeah.
It was like 50
so
meters.
Get back to King's Bridge. There's like 3 other dudes from the unit with nods. And they go, are you dead? I say, I do my question and answer time. Can you see my deadlight? No.
Where's my deadlight?
I go, really? And so I go, you're telling me you do not see my deadlight. They go, correct, we do not see your deadlight. And I start patting myself. I'm like,
Oh, I dropped it.
I don't know where my deadlight is. And then literally at that point, Chris is on the corner, white lights them, takes his LMG and just mows them down. And I'm like,
I'd like to thank the Overwatch staff for driving around during the night game with their golf cart lights on, because it allowed me to move from shadow to shadow, and it totally white lit all of the nods guys. So all I had to do was just like wait for a golf cart to go past, see them all there, wait for the shadow, move to the next one. It was great. Night game, 3 thumbs up as far as I'm concerned.
So, and we actually, we got our last plank as well, which was actually up by the Chrono station in unit territory. So,
Oh, I went on a tagging spree on that one, dude. I had like 17 knife kills by the time we got done with that one.
oh yeah, so you were
dude,
just
it was
walking
bad.
by unit people and just tagging them, going, "You're dead, you're dead."
I think at one point I walked up to one guy and I go, "Hey, what's going on?" He starts talking to me and I go, "High five," and he high fives me. And I'm like, "Take the walk back because you're dead." It was fun.
So you can see there we got all 4 planks. We only had 1 bottle, and this didn't show the chalice. We actually got the chalice that night. I just took this picture premature.
Did we
and you
get
see
the last ingredient to do the chalice, or did that just never?
No. We never got the.
We never got the last one.
We never got the third one. So then when that evolution ended at 7, there was actually a night mission on the schedule from 9 to 10 after dinner, which was kind of confusing. But what it ended up being is Overwatch brought participants from both factions.
Mm-hmm.
It wasn't a faction versus faction thing. So like
It was like a on the fly damn mission more than
yeah,
anything else.
and so like the people that wanted to do night, they had nods and stuff. They put them in a combined squad, unit and mercs, and they actually went on like a mini dam against staff op 4.
That actually went for a while too, because
It did.
they stepped off at like 9ish or something
Yep.
like that, and I heard explosions and chaos till easily 10 o'clock. In fact, Fritz came back because he ran out of explosives, and he came back to get a gun because he'd already
Yeah.
gone through all the explosives on his belt, because it's Fritz and he can't help himself.
Oh, absolutely.
Oh, I mean, much fun was had by all.
So
And high five to the Overwatch guys, because that was completely something done off the cuff. They realized they didn't have enough players for a real night game, and it was going to be kind of confusing. And
I
literally,
think it was always in Soto's head though.
it might have been, but the fact that they switched gears so fast is what I want to give them a high five about.
Are you sure?
Because they just got together, talked about it for 5 minutes, and made it happen. That's awesome. And the players the Noodle guys were very happy by the whole experience. So good job to them.
So we come up to Sunday morning, and there was 10 to 2. It was 4 hours. Everybody knows Sunday's a gut check. And you see all these things I've been putting up on the screen. These are the missions. What I would do is I would literally take a photograph of this, and I would group text it to all my team leaders. And I wouldn't say anything. It was just boom, boom. There was.
See if you can find it.
They could just pull it up, show their squad mates, and boom, they were off and running. There was no tying up the radio. There was 2 people that would call me actually on the phone, which was Chris and Luke Haynes from Death Raiders. And then Sal from TCA would actually Facebook Messenger call me. And here's Luke. I love the Death Raiders. They're so awesome.
You don't need radio etiquette on a phone call.
Luke would say break while talking to me on his cell phone, but I just let him roll with it. I'm like, oh, this is great. This is awesome, right? This mission came up, and I love the title. Do you Lance a lot? Question mark. And so,
Actually, who found the lance was Staff.
Staff
came down. By the way, big shout out. My buddy Staff came down. We used to play together on the team that will not be named. And now he is kind of an independent guy. This was his first event since Copperhead last year.
Copperhead
And
3,
You should have seen the smile on his face. He enjoyed
Or was it Copperhead 4?
4?
This year was 5?
No, this year was 5. So it's 4? Yeah, it's 4.
Okay,
Copperhead 4.
so.
Huge smile on his face. This was actually Staff's first experience doing a bridge event and a smaller milsim. His only experience was AMS, and just the joy he had from this weekend was infectious.
So you get so you guys can get an appreciation of this lance. There's a picture of the lance in relation to the shield. That thing was long, and we found it in literally the southest building.
Because those bastards put it there like halfway through Sunday. I've been through there like several times that day.
But the way it was set horizontally, it still looked like part of
like
the rafters.
It should have just been there permanently.
And what you can't see there, the hilt was all the way from that crown to the end of the hilt was paracord braided, very nice, like all the way down. Like somebody took some time.
I have to say the lance was probably, speaking as someone who makes stuff or used to make stuff for a living, the lance was probably the hardest technical prop they built. The craftsmanship on that was pretty amazing for like what it was.
To have an actual jousting lance that long.
Very, very cool.
Yeah.
That's probably my favorite. I mean, the holy hand grenade's cool and all, but the lance was just, I mean, as like a scepter of office. You know what I mean? Because you couldn't help yourself. If you guys saw any of the videos, this guy was walking around all Sunday afternoon with that crap.
Like, dude, I'd have like the lance and the shield, and I'd just be like,
as soon as
where's everybody at?
As soon as he got some toys, he just was walking around.
And like people would start shooting, I'd actually use the shield to blind. I'm like, come on! I'd like bang it, like come on, bring it. You know, just to add some flair. So the next mission was precision and power, and we had to recover. Yep, right there.
Bow and arrow. Do you know how many bow and arrows came back to the farm? No, seriously, we had like a pile of these motherfuckers.
So here's what's funny, is we actually find it early on Sunday. So TCA there, and I don't know if that was ours or that was the units, because I hadn't gotten the mission yet. I'm like, hey, there's a bow and arrow here. It's right next to our spawn, our respawn point. TCA was holding it up, and I'm like, all right, we're just going to defend it. But the craftsmanship in this, it's like when you actually looked at the arrows, it was actually made like an arrow back then, where it was like split with a piece of slate that was sharpened.
And like some twine wrapped around
it. Like an actual real arrow with fletches back in the day.
What Brian's doing in his basement when he's not
doing stuff
like
right?
this. Like the authenticity he went for some of these builds, and you're just like, okay, I mean, are you recreating fake art pieces or something like in your spare time?
So two groups of people's like, oh, I know where this is. I'm like, okay, go get it. One dude comes back
with like a plastic bow.
A plastic bow and a carbon fiber arrow.
Which, props to you.
I don't know where he found this thing.
There's like 4 archery ranges
and
on
the
property.
I'm like, no. And then I was like, it looks like this.
And then
and so I hand those, because those are from the Ren Fair. I hand it to our liaison, Jared Abernathy.
By the way, awesome job, Jared.
Yes.
You were, for your first time out, and not even for your first
probably
qualifiers,
the best
way to go.
Staff liaison I've ever had.
Straight
Jared
up.
Abernathy.
And
kudos to you. I'm going to give hearts to Jared Abernathy right now.
By the way, the other thing a lot of people don't realize about being a liaison to a faction commander is that you have to be loose about how close you are. Because you have to have the presence of mind to understand sometimes he's wandering around the front, doesn't want to be noticed, he's commanding shit.
Yep.
Jared was really good about only showing up when he was needed and then hiding about 100 meters away when he wasn't. Awesome job.
So I hand Jared this, modern bow and this modern arrow. He's like, oh man. So Jared walks back, right, to go put it back in place. The moment Jared crosses Troll's Bridge, another dude from somewhere else comes up and gives me the same exact thing. And I'm just like, really?
How?
And so
How?
when Jared comes back, I go, hey, here's another one. He's like, I just put it back. I'm like, no, this is a different one, dude.
So, note for the future. Whenever we find a prop that's not a prop, I think we should take some like orange tape with us, like for like when guns go to California and gotta be marked off. And just every time we get a prop that's not the actual prop, we just put a piece of orange tape on it. And he can go back. They'll just know that if it has orange tape, it is already been found and disqualified.
Yeah. So you can actually see here. I mean, it's actually looks like a legit bow and arrow. And if you look on the map there, you see Building 10, lower left-hand corner, coming up from the top is Royal Kitchen Road. Just north of where the RD is in Royal Kitchen Road, that's where the bow and arrow were. That I knew of. And there was this, Rapunzel's Tower that TCA right just locked down there.
TCA, by the way, I played on the same team as you guys before. I have not gotten to directly work with you guys. You guys are fucking awesome. I can't say that enough. You guys rock, dude.
So, next mission was Mordred's Charge.
So here's actually the funny part about this. This doesn't look like much. This box is like the size of a 50 cal ammo can, and staff went to go grab it. It was actually hidden right next to our fob.
As you can see, right there, number 3 is the amphitheater. That was our fob. And where it was is pretty much where the words Crown Road is.
And we're standing there bullshit, and staff's like, here, hold my gun for a second and give me some cover. And I'm like, why? And he goes, because that's the objective right there.
You can actually see the box on the right side of a wall.
So staff goes running up to grab this box, grabs it one-handed, and the box damn near pulls him off his leg, off his feet. Because this thing weighed like 50 pounds, man. Yes. So he just tried to like sling it up, and he ended up on his ass. So luckily he is a large, strong guy for being an old guy. And he hauled that in, but that actually was a deceptively heavy box. And
it was.
Props to you, OWT.
It was.
That did not feel good.
And it had a battery bank in it that was actually supposed to give power to our tablets, but the tablets didn't work. But they still kept it in there, which
that works. I'm down with that.
So.
That's actually how you were going to power the tablet to start. Getting it choked is basically
right, because probably the power was going to run low or something. Okay, so the next one the next few tell a story. So
have we talked
what had happened was
how the scoring works with this yet? That there's no points. This is that we were doing an adventure. That's how the scoring works. Did we explain that?
Didn't you remember me reading Woody's comment? Is you pull the stone, win. You get to the end.
Okay, fine.
I mean, I read his comment.
Just leave him in the dark. That's fine. It's okay.
Remember, I said I wasn't going to concede.
They're just the audience. That's all I'm saying. Like they don't matter. It's okay.
So all of a sudden, I hear that the unit destroyed our spawn up there in where.
Apparently, we should have been concentrating on the trebuchet a little earlier, or the
no. So. Because he got his trebuchet. And here's another advantage where he knew what the trebuchet did. It actually, you can take out stuff.
I've got a bone to pick with that. It was a catapult, not a trebuchet. Like, it didn't actually have a counterweight and it didn't swing around. That's not a trebuchet. You can look it up if you'd like, their Overwatch, but that's a catapult. That's all that you guys made. Or actually, it's not even a catapult. You guys made a seesaw. I'm just putting this out here, okay?
So, Let me show you the map here. So remember again, C3 to B4. That was the river. I had that respawn point vicinity A3. Well, Woodcock took it out, and I'm like, what?
Like out of nowhere.
You can do that? Okay, I did not know because I didn't go after our catapult because.
It's big and heavy.
Well, no. There was like always people guarding the base because it was right there. Unit people were guarding the base right across from Kings Bridge.
Do you think they were guarding it, or do you think they because I kept getting told the base was there, and it wasn't until I started ripping like furniture out of the way that I actually noticed it.
No, I mean it wasn't like completely surrounded.
Yeah, but it was in there.
Yeah, it was in there. So I'm like, okay, so this mission came up to where to relocate our aid station that just got blown up. And to establish a mobile aid station where you could remove one bandage. And I understand. I get it, and it comes from other events. But what I love about Overwatch, you could either call it Milsim Light or you call it a bridge event. It is to get those weekend players at your local field introduced to a full weekend scenario.
I think that's actually underselling it a little bit because I think Avalon in this
well,
event.
no, let me make my point first.
Well, I was just gonna say,
let me make my point
okay,
first.
Okay.
Because changing a respawn rule with something else is going to confuse people.
Yeah.
That's my point. It's you got people that understand, oh, I go back, I take off my bandages, I go back in. But then now something different that's supposed to look different, I can only do one, and then people get confused.
It's a little confused. I mean,
Yeah.
what I would actually like to say is that calling Avalon Milsim Light or a bridge event is actually a misnomer. Because this is not, I mean, I would say that Avalon's not actually a Milsim event. Avalon is an event that is unique to itself and doesn't have a definition. And if I was going to define it, it would be an extreme scavenger hunt with guns. That's the way I would describe this event. It's a different event. It's not really Milsim. It's something different, and that's what I love most about this weekend. That it's a different category entirely.
And I would like to say that Woodcock is like, man, you got a lot of excuses tonight. I'm like, they're not excuses. It's just Woodcock had prior information, and he exploited them very, very well.
And I just want to point out,
and,
we have a show and you don't, so we get to bitch about it afterwards and you don't. So sorry.
And even with that lack of information, Woody will not deny that the Mercs gave the unit a good running. There wasn't, I don't think there was maybe only 10, 15-minute windows where the unit felt comfortable, and then we'd hit them again.
And and we're not, these are no excuses. I'm giving props to Woody. You guys won, you accomplished your missions. We were trailing the entire event and trying to play catch up. I will acknowledge that all day long. But we still were right there with you. So I'm just saying, it wasn't that clear a victory.
So, there's the, Sir Bidevir's Arm of War, which you can actually see the base of the catapult and the arm in the bucket.
Look, it's a seesaw, guys. Like a trebuchet has like the counterweight and it whips the thing around, and a catapult just has a counterweight that like stops halfway through. This is a seesaw because there's no counterweight, and it's just it's for playing with kids.
So, if you look on the map there, and there was also gold bars on this one, but I'll get to the gold bars in a minute. So where number 10 is on the map, that's where our base was. And then the arm and bucket was directly west, all the way almost to the west edge of the map.
That fight almost made me lose my shit.
Dude, so we get the arm and bucket, and and if you look on the bottom there, you'll see Taylor Lane, almost dead center of that map. We're literally trying to get the arm and bucket down Taylor Lane across Troll Bridge to our fob.
And they had a respawn on the other end of that, at the end of Taylor. So so while we had to walk all the way the long way around Taylor to respawn, they were just walking back.
It was a
50
meat
meters.
grinder because what came up Taylor Lane from the unit was all the AMS guys.
Yep.
Every last Cody Clegg, Cameron Gully, Rich Gully, JP. John McCaleb, Sean Schaefer, but Woody wasn't with them.
Woody was commanding.
I know, but he wasn't there with them.
Which is kind of weird. Cause
I know, because that was like all the AMS
They were
dudes.
kind of rolling as a crew all weekend.
Yeah.
I have to say, I'm going to put this out there. I talked a lot of shit about the AMS guys. You guys haven't been playing a lot, like personally. You guys are mostly in command. You guys came out to play this weekend.
No, that was good to see him because normally these AMS
shit.
crew folks, they're usually in leadership positions at American Milsim. And they just haven't had a chance to get their gun on in a very long time.
You could tell that
they
were
had
making up
they
for
had
lost
big
time.
grins. They had
making
big
up for
grins.
lost time.
So
even JP, I saw JP finally made it out on Sunday.
Oh yeah,
he was a little hungover on Saturday, a little bit.
Yeah, we don't talk about that.
That's okay.
When I knew that I could not get down Taylor Lane, I had the arm and bucket diddy-mowed and hidden somewhere else where only my guys knew it because I knew we were eventually going to get attrited out down Taylor Lane. So instead of just leaving it there, it went out. And then you see the 4 bricks there. So we knew where the bricks were. We didn't actually acquire the bricks. I came back from dying on Taylor Lane, and the bricks were on my table, and Soto was standing there, and he's like, yeah, I gave you the bricks. And I'm like, why'd you give me the bricks? And Soto said, the unit took all 8 when they were supposed to only get 4, so I gave them a war crime, and that automatically gave you the 4 bricks.
So, I mean, I'd actually like to stop for a second and talk about how Overwatch Tactics managed in-game. So not only having the breaks to reset, but Overwatch, if you guys don't know, a lot of these game features and game design stuff does not come into play unless it's necessary. So you don't start out with mobile respawns. You don't start out with a lot of the fragos. And what I really appreciate is they were really good about introducing elements as they were needed. So mobile respawn showed up to break the game up.
Here goes Woody again. Both games were objective based. He's talking about Division and Avalon. Objective driven, and objectives had to be completed to win. I had no prior knowledge other than I know that you have to get objectives to win. Yes, it was a big game of tag scavenger hunt. You are correct, Woody. But I didn't know that a catapult could take stuff out.
Was that in the tax?
I didn't know that. I mean, that was like a huge thing. I was like, you know what? I'm leaving the catapult because I'm just thinking I'm just on a scavenger hunt.
Are we
that it actually came with a battlefield effect? You knew that, Woody. I didn't. So I just prioritized different based on what I could get to.
Has
I knew.
This show just evolved into Woody and Bob talking
I know,
to
right?
each other?
This is awesome.
This is like
this is awesome.
Honestly, we should just have the commanders on to talk shit about each other after every event we go to. I mean,
Next up was Sir Lamorak and his secret.
Oh, this was actually really cool. So, if you guys are noticing, as soon as the picture comes up, is it up? I think it's
No,
up.
not yet.
Okay, it's going to come up in a second. So, this is a chest and 2 keys to open the chest. Now, they didn't actually have keyholes in there, but I really dug the fact that that you can notice on the chest, the outlines of the keys are stenciled on to the chest. Really, it's the small details. That's what gets me. I love
and there was something big rolling around in that thing. We just never got a chance to get it open because we never found
saving a mystery for next year.
That key on the right.
Yep.
So, I mean, it could have been a holy hand grenade. I have no clue.
I heard the keys were hanging somewhere, but we just never could get to the place where they were hanging.
the way that the keys were, there was a green key for a unit and then a yellow key for the mercs, and they were like both in a pedestal together.
Oh, were they? Okay.
And so, because that's what the kid described to me when he came back. There was a green and yellow, and I took the yellow.
Because I have to say, I searched for stuff when we were sent to search for stuff, but when I was generally wandering around, I didn't really look for stuff. Like I was looking at guys to shoot at or move the fight along wherever I was. More than anything else, I was bad about searching. Sorry.
Yeah. Next up was Liberation of Excalibur.
Now this was really cool. You had to collect 4 coins to actually pull the sword from the stone, and I'll give them to Woody and the unit. They beat us hardcore on that.
Oh, they found their coins very, very quickly, and you had to put them in a proper sequence on a stone, and it freed Excalibur, the sword, out of the stone. So you see the picture there. We got 3 out of the 4. So the coins were painted yellow on the edges, and that, to give you a size reference, they're about 2 inches in diameter.
They were not easy to find.
No, and on the back was painted yellow, and it had a magnet. So literally these things were magnetized to something, but when you're looking for a 2-inch object...
Well, and dude, the color of the front of these things, if they weren't...
It's brown.
The color side up is brown, which matched the stalls. So like, you could put one of these on a counter and you'd walk right by it all day. So they were well hidden.
Yeah.
But not really hidden, I guess. I mean, they were well, but they blended in well. They were camouflaged well. Let's go with that.
Yes. There was another mission that we just never got around to, called Acquisition. It was capture an HVT, which was Edward Skinny Calais from Dogs of War.
I think that's actually Calais.
Calais from Dogs of War. We never captured him. Woodcock did capture our HVT, Richard Carter.
And Richard, dude, you played it up a little too much, homie.
Yeah,
like you were.
When Woodcock started talking to you with the knife hand, you should have just shut up, walk to the fob.
My one gripe with the HVTs is the HVTs weren't informed that they were HVTs until like the Frago came.
I think it's good
I like the idea of it. I think the
that they
execution
didn't know
could be twisted a little bit.
because if you think about it though, if you know you're an HVT or like an AMS event, you've got intel.
Yeah.
You know, like when you're about to get overrun, you're gonna did him out. You just the natural instinct. It's like, oh, I got something important. I'm gonna. Go ahead.
My only suggestion would be that instead of identifying the HVT and letting them know, give everybody an envelope, and then when you get captured for the first time, it has like like casualty cards at NTC.
No, that's too confusing. That's
do
too
something
much.
Like that.
That's
No,
just
okay. That's just my suggestion.
I think it's good to have the person they don't know because they're just playing their normal
Yeah.
game. But you need to pick the right person that without telling them they will role play it well and they will not act like a douche.
And we're not trashing Richard here. I mean, Rich plays stuff up great. He's a great
He
player.
really thought Woody was messing with him.
But he didn't know, so Richard's the kind of guy who just takes stuff a little too far sometimes, and not in a bad way. He just is passionate about what he does. So maybe just better choice of who the HVTs are next time would be going great. But another creative mission.
So no, and then that was all of them.
Was that everything?
Yeah, and then we had our. They had while they were doing the raffle, which was actually a very very long raffle. We were breaking down.
We had to get to Amarillo. That night.
And if you don't know, it's like we don't go out and do our walk around and say goodbyes. We actually we pack up and we leave because literally, if we try to say goodbye to everybody, we'll be there an extra 2-3 hours. So
and we're often driving.
So people have gotten used to that. So they actually, came out of their way to come while we were packing to say goodbyes, which was nice. And we would pause and reminisce for a couple minutes and then continue packing again. Because we left about 4?
I think we actually.
Yeah, it was about 4:00.
Like right after the raffle, we actually were just about done packing when the raffle.
Yeah.
ended. And then we stopped to chat a little bit because, of course, can't avoid that.
Yeah.
You guys are awesome.
Because we were stopped, and we're not going to blow anybody off because we still love to talk to people. It was a 6-hour drive to Amarillo where we spent the night in a hotel. It was so nice to get a shower.
Showers are wonderful.
Because remember in the beginning I said we slept in the back of the van? And we had a heater in there and rope lights and stuff.
It smelled like cat piss after the first night.
When you're in there, he said it perfectly. You don't recognize it.
You're
and then
nose blind.
we'd get out and then start our day and then have to go back in and we were like, oh my God, we smelled like that.
There was I swear to God, a cat got in there and peed in the corner or something. That's what it smelled like. It was every bit of disgusting man stench. I think the other mistake we made is we both took our kit off and then put it in the corner inside the van. We should have definitely had the foresight to hang a clothesline and hang all our stuff to air out.
That should have been done
overnight.
So
it got a little cold that night.
Yeah.
So
we spend the night in Amarillo because it got down Friday night. It got down to 32, 33. Saturday night it got down just to 40, 41, 42.
Mm-hmm.
And then Sunday night we spent the night in the hotel. But when we woke up Monday morning, it was 19 degrees with 30-mile-an-hour winds, and so it felt like -5 with the wind chill.
Well, and there's no moisture where we live. The dude, seriously,
So,
I was chilling in my backyard the night before we left, and it was 20 degrees outside, and I'm in a sweatshirt in southern Colorado.
Yes.
We go down to Texas, and I think it was 45 degrees when we got out of the van when we first got to the hotel the first night, and I got out and I was like, okay, I need to get in my bag. I had to go get my long underwear, my windbreaker, my big thick sweatshirt. I thought I was gonna die, and it was 45 degrees outside, and I forgot what it was like being in cold with moisture.
Yes.
Humidity and cold does not mix, as far as I'm concerned.
I'm thinking it's going to be somewhat warm, and I walk out of the hotel in Amarillo in shorts, and I'm going, oh my gosh.
Yeah.
So I have shorts, my hoodie, and I'm trying to scrape ice off the van as fast as possible just to stay warm.
We haven't ever had ice on the van before. That was a new one too.
I know.
We actually had dude.
Fortunately, I had the long scraper.
I was grateful for that because otherwise we would have not been getting anywhere because the defroster is not that good on the van.
So real quick to give you guys, a reminder. Don't forget loadout battle face off. Dude, look at those numbers over there.
Are they getting close?
No, look.
Oh wow.
This is the closest we've ever
This is about as close
had.
as it gets right here.
I mean, this is the closest. So if you haven't voted, vote
Yeah, get
for
on
the
that
loadout
right
battle.
now.
You
vote?
got Zach Sneed on the
Can
left.
you vote more than once?
You've got no. You can only vote once.
So it's
you
not
got
like
Corey
2016.
Saltsider on the right. Whichever one you think is the better loadout.
Who are you feeling this week?
Mm.
Because I might get a little swayed by Zach's picture. It is a very
I know.
tactical operator.
Very,
in the middle
very,
of a game
very
picture.
noodly.
Yeah, I know. I like that.
Very noodly.
Ooh, that's a tough one.
it
But
is.
I do got
It
some
is.
loyalty for Corey's simplicity.
Yep.
He's just got a rifle and a plate carrier. You gotta love that. I don't know.
So we're gonna cut to a very fast, quick commercial break because
The fastest.
we have to pay the bills. So
I mean, not many bills,
Don't
just
go
one or
anywhere.
two.
We're gonna talk about 10 more events that are happening between
Are we
this
already on the event
weekend
segment? More
Yes.
events? Okay.
that are happening from this weekend till the end of 2019. There's still 10
There's
big
10 events, and there's not even 10 weeks.
I know, right?
I mean, that's like 2 a week. If you're not
Oh my gosh.
airsofting right now, do it. Get on the road right now. Airsoft.
Yep. So, all right, we're going to cut to quick commercial. We'll be right back. Don't go anywhere.
Hi, this is Clarence, Airsoft Surgeon. You are watching Valken.
Check out the Valken Alpha gloves. Each glove is equipped with a durable synthetic leather palm and non-bleeding fabric. Its low-profile armor design protects your hands against BB strikes. We've included reinforced high-wear contact points and flexible articulating joints. The Alpha glove also comes with breathable air mesh fabric and stretch elastic cuff closures. So no matter what kind of playing conditions you encounter, the Valken Alpha gloves will keep your hands cool and in the game.
All right, we are back. Valken Debrief Airsoft live show, episode number 103.
103.
And we
Damn it, that's my line.
Oh, I'm
You're
sorry.
supposed to prompt me. I
Oh, yeah,
forget.
episode
I look
what?
At it. Yeah, 103. Okay. It's not as funny as when
Okay.
we don't do it naturally. I mean, you're
we've
getting a big head. We
I
went on
know.
a trip, and he
We-
just forgets what we do.
We've come to that part of the show where we're going to tell you about events. And if you want your event on the show, how do they do it?
So you either just send us a Facebook message or make us a host, like a co-host, or make Valken a co-host, because then it auto-populates to our Facebook page, and
Our
we can
calendars
do everything,
on
our
Facebook.
calendars, and we can do it for you.
Yep.
If not, you know the information we give out, name of the event, when it's going on, what region, who the company is, and where it's happening. Send us it, and we will promote your stuff. By the way, you guys down in Arizona have been doing events lately, and you guys asked me to promote stuff, but you guys haven't sent me anything. So please let me know, because I heard there's some really good stuff going on there. I know you guys do a wonderful Toy for Tots event every Christmas with Kylie and all those guys out in the desert. Please
Oh,
let
that's
us
right,
know.
because their admission fee is toys.
Normally like toys.
Yep.
It's donations is their admission fee down there. I'd love to promote you guys some more. I need the info though. I have a busy
Yep.
life. I can't go hunt it down. So please hit me up, guys. All right, you guys ready to start?
Yep, we're ready.
Okay. Right off the bat, Operation Cryptic City 2. So it's the second time they're doing it. November the 15th and 17th. This is Valkyrie Airsoft at the famous Black Ops in Bristol, Wisconsin. Guys, Black Ops Bristol is a destination field. If you haven't been there yet, it's worth going to, like you're going to a big AMS or Milsim West or John Lewis event. It's that kind of weekend. That's how many players, that's how big the field is. Get on it. Coming up after that, Operation Departure. This is going to be the 16th and 17th of that same month. This is Missouri Airsoft and Simulation Site event in Lawson, Missouri. Once again, another local group. Please come out and support them. That's how these groups become major groups.
If you got any questions, just hit up Twig Humphrey or Matt Holler on that event right
they
there.
will gladly answer everything
Yep.
you got. They love they're airsoft nerds like everybody else. Also, Valken Day, November 17th. These are what we like to call an extra reason to play airsoft. Going to be some raffles. Going to be some people there. Going to be booths and vendors. Ricochet Tactical is in Levittown, New York, and that's going to be hosting it on the 17th. Come out, support your local field. I can't say it enough. Support your local field, otherwise they won't be there. Take them for granted, they disappear. Give them your money. Coming up after that, all right, big news. Powered Airsoft, grand opening. We don't have it. Power.
You keep saying powered.
Do I say powered?
Yeah, you make it past
Power Airsoft, Waukegan, Illinois. This is going to be, I think, the largest indoor location in the Midwest.
Once they open, they'll be bigger than GamePod.
They'll be bigger. So this might be actually I mean, we haven't confirmed it, but this might be the new reigning indoor champion for sheer square footage.
Now they're still getting stuff ready, so their grand opening hasn't been solidified yet, but you can kind of see they've got it all tagged up. It looks really nice.
If you don't want to be all stingy this winter, because we all know what it feels like to get hit in the middle of winter, that does not feel good. Please check them out. Indoor, temperature controlled, no rain, lights on at night. Come support your local field.
Also, before he continues, we're going to insert this Saturday, November, is it 15? Mm-hmm. Yeah, November 15. Or is it? Yeah, it's November 5th. No, this Saturday.
I can look at my
Nashville Airsoft. I'm thinking 15 because it's their 15-year anniversary.
Oh.
This Saturday, Nashville Airsoft, their 15-year anniversary. So if you're in the Appalachian region, go check that out.
Yep. Coming up after that, we got War Games on the 24th of November. This is an AR-15 event. We got to hang out with those guys this weekend, didn't
Jay,
we?
Psycho.
What's up, Jay, Psycho, and all those guys from
I know,
AR-15.
right?
They were on our team, right? Yeah.
They were on the unit.
They weren't? Okay, so we won't
They were
talk
on the
about
unit.
this event again.
No.
Let's scratch right there.
No, they put on good stuff, man.
AR-15, awesome guys. I know the Overwatch guys love to go support their events too. If you're local in the Texas area, or even if you're not, check out what these guys are doing. Another local group, Hard Chargers, play airsoft the right way.
Check out their YouTube channel too. If you want to, they do some great videos from their events and videos in general. So
we give them 2 thumbs up.
If you want to see what their event is like, go to Airsoft Revolution 15's YouTube channel.
They are
as well.
rad people. Coming up after that, Reindeer Games. I don't know why I'm talking about it still. If you don't have tickets, you're screwed. There might be.
True.
I think there's if you really have to be at this event, I would check out the CDF and the cost and the UFS page on Facebook. I know there's a couple guys who bought tickets and can't make the event, so there might be 1 or 2 floating around if you still are interested. But you're going to have to make a personal connection to get that ticket. Yeah. This is going to be this is going to be the first Reindeer Games where they have both mount sites in play. And there's going to be a ton of people there. Really free event. If you want, one side's going to be wearing all that cool Snow Raptor and Typhon and weird
black,
camo,
multicam black,
and the rest of us will be in band T-shirts with jeans.
I think we're actually going to be the Village people.
Are we doing the Village people?
Yeah.
So we'll just...
yeah. Oh, Zach Sneed says at Joplin the first Saturday of every month they do Ops Saturdays. So Zach, you need to have Facebook event
Zach,
pages for that.
I literally just told you how to get this on our calendar. Send us a notification, give us a description, whatever you can to get us that information. We'll start promoting it because you got players that want to play. We want to get them there.
Yep.
Let us know. That's on you more than us. I'm passing the buck on that one. So Reindeer Games, Fort Hood. It's going to be the last. I think it's the last major of the year of any of the big 3. Is there another major after that?
Oh, there's still big ones.
Is there still another major? Okay.
Yeah.
Coming up after that, Operation Northern Watch. This is the 6th to the 8th. This is going to be down in Florida. Doomsday Airsoft is the host on this.
Yeah,
one.
this is Doomsday's big event of the year.
So this is like
Yep.
the big place to be seen if you're in Florida, the Florida Airsoft
Yep.
community. So yeah, if you're not coming out, you haven't been in a while, put it on your calendar. It's going to be at Raptor Airsoft Field in DeLand, Florida. And actually, that should be really lovely weather in December. They should have like 50, 60 degrees. And remember, guys, Airsoft...
You got to watch out for Panthers, though.
Oh, yeah.
And Gators.
Are they Black Panthers or... So they're guys from Wakanda
No,
that hide in the trees?
No, there's literally like warning signs for panther crossing.
Which would you be more scared of? The Black Panther, like the Marvel Black Panther, or like a real panther coming after you?
I'd be more afraid of a real panther.
Really?
Yeah.
But he doesn't have superpowers.
But he can't. He's just hungry. He's gonna go after you no matter what. He doesn't have morals like
I'll give
Black
you that.
Panther.
I mean, we haven't seen Black Panther really lose his shit yet. Like, I mean, I want to see Black Panther go Punisher. That'd be cool. Yeah, Raptor Airsoft Field in DeLand, Florida. Remember, guys, if you're looking for winter events, look to the south. If you're from the north, if you don't want to freeze your ass off in the snow, it's like springtime in the south during the winter. So look at these southern events for that stuff.
Ooh, Tom, Too Tall Tom. Hey, Tom.
Hey, Tom.
We've been talking. We want you back on.
I heard we're getting some popular demand for Too Tall as a guest.
We have been.
But we'll have to film him in vertical format, not horizontal. He's that
Oh
tall.
yeah, we gotta do portrait
We got to
mode.
do portrait mode because he's so tall.
So Tom, we're gonna get you back on, brother. 'Cause
We'd love to. And actually,
you have
I
some
had-
awesome stuff to say.
Dude, I had a wonderful conversation with Heavy Copperhead. I got to sit down with Tom for the first time ever, and we talked for I thought we talked for 45 minutes. This guy told me we were sitting down for like 2 hours. So, I mean...
Oh, dude, it's like,
yeah.
it's like, you guys were talking, I went and back to our house, got my guns to chrono, came back, you were still sitting there, stood in line to chrono both HPA and AAG in 2 separate lines, came back, and you were still talking.
That is an interesting dude to talk to.
Went and put my guns away, came back, you were still there.
Yeah, I'm just going to say, you guys are going to enjoy this conversation. Please check in for that. Coming up after that, Operation Narcos, December 7th, Pacific region, famous John Lew's Lion Claws. You know what it's like. They're holding this one at the Santa Ana Movie Ranch in Santa Clarita, California. So this is like movie sets and stuff. Right?
This is a one-dayer.
Okay.
This is a one-dayer.
So it's a one and done.
Yep.
Yeah. If you haven't checked out Lion Claws yet, I got to do my first one this summer. Would love to go back. Thoroughly
You
enjoyed
doing
it.
okay?
Yeah, sorry. I just have a little gassy.
Okay.
That's better than it coming out the other end, is all I'm saying. If you haven't got a chance to check out Lion Claws, it is a shit ton of fun. Please go check
Oh
them out.
my gosh. Steve Tom from Dark Horse 6 Milsim just said, I'll stand next to Too Tall and they'll call me Too Short Tom.
Ooh, and now Steve Tom is now Too Short Tom from now on. Or just Short Tom. ST. He's going to be ST from now on. Short Tom. Short Tom and Tall Tom. That's how we're going to identify him.
Well, no, it's Too Tall Tom.
But that's his full name. I was doing a nickname. So just
okay.
tall and short. We can call them Too Tall and Extra Short if we want. I mean, honestly, if I was going to give
Extra Short Tom and Too Tall Tom.
If I was going to give Steve Tom a nickname, it'd be Short Round. Because
Short Round. Oh,
Short Round.
Dr. Jones.
Dr. Jones.
Dr. Jones.
You know what I mean? Like, except he is Short Round with like a Brooklyn accent, so it's weird. You know, it's a weird combination.
See, you started talking about Arizona, and Kylie Hyatt jumped in.
Thank you, Kylie. Please send me information on your events. People have been talking about how awesome they are. I want to promote them because you do good stuff.
Yeah.
Charity is always rad. You're one of my favorite people, man. Coming up finally, Revelations. It only took me like 4 months to get it right.
I know, right?
Revelations 10, the 14th to 15th, Appalachian region. Appalachian. Famous Balahack Airsoft in Chesapeake, Virginia. That's a Valken field, right? Is that a Valken field?
Yeah, we've done Valken Days there and stuff like that
Valken
before.
Days.
Yep.
Home of the legendary Swamp Sniper. They got buildings, they got ponds, they got swamps, obviously. I'm going to tell you right now, that is it's on my list of places that you have to check out for airsoft in America. It's one of the few places built by airsofters for airsofters who actually still play their own field. So, I mean, if you're looking for that kind of a place, great games every weekend, big scenario days, and Revelations is a full-on Fallout game. They just release everybody on the field. They got NPCs. You got stuff to do. Sure, you can go murder everybody if you want, but your day's going to get real painful.
I think
real
they're the longest running post-apoc airsoft game. I think.
I can get down with that. Yeah, that sounds about right. I mean, and really honestly, there's not that many people doing post-apocalyptic.
Or
continuous
open game.
Open game. So, and that brings me to my final point for our audience out there. Guys, I know you see us at milsims. I know milsims are the big word, but remember, airsoft is like, it's whatever you want it to be. And I am so glad to have been lucky enough this fall to experience different styles of airsoft, different ways to present a game.
And it's not that one's better than the other.
No,
it's
they're all awesome.
I know, right?
And what I keep telling people, I keep running into people that have problems with a promoter when you're at the event. They want to bitch about something that happened that weekend. And it's natural. I'm not yelling at you. But what I would prefer to see people doing when they leave an event and they see something they don't like, instead of just trashing that event because it didn't go exactly the way you wanted to, why don't you seek out a different promoter? Because there's a lot of people that do similar products but twists here and there. And so instead of just trashing what you just did, why don't you go find what you want? And I keep suggesting that to people over and over again. Like, I mean, it's just a weekend. If you don't have a good experience for the first couple hours, write it out.
Yeah.
It could change.
Michael Wright asks, isn't that where the Nuketown field is at? I don't believe there's a Nuketown at Balahack. There's like 3 Nuketowns in the U.S., and I think like two are paintball and one's airsoft, or one's paintball, one's airsoft.
I think
The one I visited was like in, I want to say South Carolina.
That's videos I've seen.
Yeah.
That one is a mixed airsoft paintball field.
Right. Yeah.
And I think they do. I don't know whose video I saw. It might have been Dutch or something like that. But
Mm-hmm.
he was saying that they only do airsoft on that field like once a month. So
Yeah.
if you're going to go do that, another thing, call ahead before you guys go to a field. Don't make some assumptions. Don't, especially if you got like a 2-hour drive ahead of you. Like, call ahead the day before to figure out what's going on at that field before you just show up and you're disappointed because it's
Yep.
scenario day and you want to play some speedball. Check in before you go.
And so, this is your last chance to vote.
Are we already at the end of the show?
Yeah, we're already at the end of the show
That happened
for
quick.
tonight. Yep. And
I'd like to thank everybody.
well, because we only had to talk about one event. We didn't have to talk about like the epic road trip
that's
of
right.
the year.
Actually, we are at our record number. We have a record number of viewers tonight.
Yeah,
so
I
wanna
don't.
say
I
thank
can't
you.
wait to see what these.
I don't know where you all came from.
I know,
but
right?
You guys are awesome. Big hearts to all you dudes. Can we get a little love for Overwatch Tactics in the
Lots of
chat,
hearts.
please?
Oh, we got love
Hearts
from
and lights.
Portugal.
Because
Francisco Lobo.
if they hadn't held their great event,
Black
we
Wolf.
couldn't be here right now talking to you about it and enjoying our weekend. Remember, support these small promoters because if you
Okay,
don't, they won't
I've
be
had the
there.
loadout battle
Sorry.
on there, and you just started going off on a tangent.
I don't care. I do what I do.
So we're gonna shut down voting. Make sure to vote in 5, 4, 3.
2, and we'll do it like TV.
Well, they don't see you because the graphics on.
Shh, they know I'm here. They know it's
All right, voting has been closed.
Who won?
Man, that's the closest spread we have ever seen.
Did Corey take it? I think
He
probably
did 56%.
Well, we had
Corey only won by 6%.
and that's impressive because there was like 500 people voting.
I know.
Normally we have about 50
That was
people
crazy.
voting. We had like 500 and he still won. I don't know how it happened.
So Corey Saltsider, Zero Shot Airsoft will return next week against a new challenger in the loadout battle.
Who's gonna? Do we have an idea who it's going to be, or have we not gotten that? Have we not gotten that thing yet?
I don't know. Like a little birdie told me that it might be Rich Gully.
Did Deep Gully himself?
Deep Gully
the Valley,
submitted.
the Valley Master, Mr. Pool Repair himself.
I know. I mean, we got like Deep Gullies in the hopper. We got Solo call sign
Did
Solo.
Solo
in the,
send his in?
Yeah, Solo sent his in.
so, okay.
We still got.
And keep in mind, if you don't win this year, man, we got a whole nother year to do this. Like
I know, right?
This ends in like Christmas time, and we
Yep.
start right up again. So keep sending us, even if you send it for this year, we will pull you out of the inbox for next year if required.
Yep. And if this is your first time watching, stay in tune with our event segment because normally we sponsor events. It's just we do that. A lot of event hosts want to get us on their calendar soon for 2020. And there's already about 3 majors already on the calendar in the first quarter. They haven't made it public yet, and we can't share when the events are yet, but
Do we
yes.
know more than them? Are you saying that we know more? Like we have secret info?
Yes, we have secret info.
Secret info.
So thank you so much for joining us tonight in
This has
episode
been
number.
a really fun night. 103.
See,
Another
I remember
fun night
this time.
together. Yep, and I actually had it right on demand. I mean, those
And-
broadcasting classes are paying off.
Yeah, and for all you Star Wars nerds, make sure you go to GameStop
Ooh.
because you get an early release of Jedi Fallen Order tonight.
And right after you're done here, I'm pretty sure ASAP is playing their live replay. They did a little filming.
Yes, Punk and Cole interviewed
Everybody.
everybody.
And got drunk.
Yeah, where was Carl? Where was Derek?
They were back
Where
here
was
in Colorado.
where was Mr. Biceps?
being losers?
Yeah, I don't
Losers. That's all I'm gonna say.
know. Yeah.
So yeah, check them out after us. Also, for your listening enjoyment, they're not on this week, but they should be on next week. Gorilla Airsoft, we love those guys to death.
Yeah, Gorilla goes every other week.
Yep. So please check out the other Airsoft media, support that as well. And thank you so much for watching once again. If you guys didn't watch, we wouldn't do it.
Yep.
That's how it
So
works.
check out SoundCloud, listen to some of our podcasts because I know a lot of you folks like you're tinkering, whatever your hobbies are, or you got to commute to and from work. Check us out on the podcast on SoundCloud.
Don't watch us while you drive. It's a bad thing. Don't watch and drive. You can
Unless
listen
you're a
and drive.
passenger.
Yeah, you can watch as a passenger, but don't
Yeah.
watch and drive. It's not a good thing.
So, big shout out. Enola Gay has been a great sponsor this year. Valken Alliance.
Oh, thank you so much,
Yep.
guys.
And shout
Thank
out to Jackal Tactical.
Evic. If you weren't at Airsoft Con, you suck. That's all I'm gonna say. All the cool kids were there.
Yep.
Make plans
So.
for next year.
Thanks for joining us tonight. Have fun. We will see you next week.
7 days.
But there's only one guaranteed way you can have peace, and you can have it in the next second. Surrender.
I didn't think you had it in you. I'm your huckleberry. We will not go quietly into the night.
It is your killer instinct which must be harnessed if you expect to survive in combat.
You want answers? I think I'm entitled. You want answers? I want the truth. You can't handle the truth.
It's about how hard you can get hit and keep moving forward.
They will be met with fire and fury like the world has never seen.
Remember this day, man, or it will be yours for all time.
What keeps you awake at night?
Nothing. I keep other people awake at night.